Hi everyone, so I just thought I'd start by doing another video for you all because I haven't been on YouTube in a while and I just wanted to update you on how the mini mill's going. I just thought I'd do it to show you basically where I'm at with the build. I've now got the ATC on with the power drawbar working. At the minute I've took the power drawbar off because I've got a few things I wanted to sort out with regards to wiring and the air going to it. So it's not currently on the machine, even though it's finished. I've done a few videos recently and posted them on Instagram for everybody to see. Some people really liked the way the tool changer was set up. Some people had certain questions that they asked me with regards to the repeatability of things. So over the next few months I'm going to do a few videos showing you the repeatability of the machine, the repeatability of the tool changer, but really there is no issue with repeatability. I'm using the Masso G3. The Masso G3's made setting everything up so much easier. Originally I was using Mach 3. Mach 3's good. The only downside is to set it all up takes a lot of programming, a lot of changes, custom screen sets and things like that, and it was just a nightmare. Masso literally is easy. You just choose how you've got your set up and just literally set it up. It is that easy. It sounds silly, but it is that easy. So I've got on really well with the Masso G3. Yeah, it's pricey for what it is to a certain degree, and one of the main issues is for me that it doesn't have cutter compensation. So if you're doing any tight tolerance work, you've got to in Fusion offset your paths and bits like that, but it's not too much of an issue. Just takes a little bit more messing about, but for now you can get by. So what I'll do is I'll start off by showing you the tool changer and how that works, and then I'll just give you a brief overview of the machine. Leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to hear. Right, so hi again everybody. So this is the ATC. It's based on the Tormac TTS holders. I've 3D printed all these little tool forks. These ones here pick up the groove, but then these ones around here don't pick up the groove, they pick up the diameter. That's just purely for testing purposes, because I was getting a little issue where I couldn't get it to line up very well at the start, and it was just due to setting everything up, basically aligning the head of the machine and bits and pieces like that. But now I've got all that done, these original ones should work fine. They basically are spring loaded, so the little slits you see here are sprung loaded, so the tool slots in and then it's locked in place. Obviously your head comes down, grabs the tool like that, and then the carousel slides away. You've got these two sensors here, so this one's for counting the positions and this one's your home sensor. It's got a stepper motor, NEMA 23 stepper motor, and basically that runs a Geneva cam. It's a 16 position tool changer. There's the spindle head. So this machine used to be an Axminister SX2, basically a Siege SX2. I've changed the spindle motor, so I've now got this new spindle motor, which is 1.5 horsepower spindle motor, brushless. I've rewired it so that, as you can see now, it has two straight wires coming out of it, because I don't like the fact of having joins. Obviously eventually I'm looking to be running coolant on the machine, and having joins and things like that's not good. Plus as well, swarf and things gets everywhere. I don't know whether you can just see that little switch at the back. That is the Z-axis home switch. And got a holder in the spindle, that's from just testing. Got this air slide basically for the ATC. these two sensors that we've got either end, that one there is for retract, and that one there is for in position under spindle. They're really easy to set, because as well I've got this adjustment here that means that I can adjust how far the tool slide comes over. At the back there are my solenoids, so one's for the power drawbar and one's for the air slide. The air slide basically is controlled by a relay, which then switches the solenoid on and off, and same with the power drawbar. There's the X-axis motor. This is what I was going on about earlier. See how you got these connections on the motors? I don't like these, so what I'm gonna do is rewire the stepper motors so that their wires just come straight out of the stepper motors and plug straight into the box, which shouldn't be too easy. You've obviously just got to be careful that you don't put too much heat onto your motors. That's it really. They're NEMA 34 stepper motors, they're closed loop. Obviously I've got these little drive couplings. These seem to work really well. I've tried solid and I've tried other split ones, but these seem to work really well. Everything's custom made, so the bed on my machine's extended. Normally the bed would be roughly about 2/3 of the length probably, but not have as much travel. Obviously doesn't have linear rails normally when it's an SX2, or ball screws. So now my machine's got linear rails in every axis, Z, Y and the X. We've got a ball screw for the Z going up to a Z mount there. They're all NEMA 34 motors as well, they're all closed loop. They're really smooth. The machine seems to run really smooth. I'm going to have to do a few videos obviously of it running so you can all see, but it's coming along nice. The tool changer's working really well, I'm happy with that. As well, it'll be a really nice addition to have, because a lot of these small machines normally have like a 10 position, if that, tool changer. This is 16 position, and as you can see that's a 50mm face mill, and it fits comfortably next to the other tool. That's an ER32 holder. So you can get some reasonably sized tools in. Obviously the machine's not made to take massive tools, it's not like a BT30, BT40 spindle, but it should do some nice little jobs with it all being set up properly. The thing that really bugs me is all this wiring needs tidying up. Obviously for now it's fine because it's all in the testing stage, so all this wiring is just literally there to test it, but eventually this is all going to be covered with a nice cover, with obviously a hatch that opens when it comes over. This will all be covered, so you won't see any of this. These will all have proper connectors on coming into it, so that it's just all neat. It just all these wires really, if you've got OCD, affects you big style. But it's coming along nicely. That bout conversion was all custom made for this machine to suit that motor. All the pulleys are being custom made to suit this machine. The only thing I'm going to be doing next is changing these spindle bearings for angular contact ones, because I really do not like the ball bearing ones that are in it at the minute. They're just total trash. When you run the machine at any sort of speed, they've not been bedded in by the previous owner and they are rubbish, like really rubbish. Plus as well, if you grab that, you can rock it. There's quite a bit of play in that. I don't know whether that's the bearing or what, but I'm sure I'll sort that out when we get to it. So I think that's all really for today. Let me know what you think of the tool changer. I'm going to do a proper video of it up and running, but obviously at the minute, like I mentioned earlier, I don't have the power drawbar on the machine at the minute. I do have the power drawbar, I've just not got it set up on the machine. I've been doing some things with the solenoids. I need to make some plates to mount them so they look neat, get new air lines to them, so that obviously I don't have any leaks of air. I'm only using a small compressor as well. It's a little 30 litre one, but it's so good for running the air to this machine. It doesn't use a lot of air to change a tool and move the slide, and that's all I really need it for, and a little airline to blow stuff off. The next thing that I need to do, because obviously I'm in a really small space as well, it's a small shed, it's 10 by 6. I need to, next thing is, so I've got my coolant tray there, is make an enclosure for the machine. So obviously all the swarf is kept contained, because obviously I don't want it flying everywhere. It's not too bad when you're in a big shop, but in a little place like this it gets on top of you really fast, so I need to make the enclosure suit the machine. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some angle, I'm going to build an angle frame, 3D print all corner brackets so it looks smart, and then make some sides, a back and some sort of front panel. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that in a minute. It'll have some sort of doors on it, but I'm not sure how, and a top panel, so it'll all be self-contained. It'll be quite nice when it's done, and that'll really finish the machine off. Nice little contained area. I'll have a light in there so it's really well lit, because the light's not the best in my shed. It doesn't look too bad actually on the video, but actually in the shed the light's not that perfect. I've got one light, and if I stand in front of it, it'll block it so you can't really see what's going on. But yeah, that's about it really. Hope you like what I've done so far. As you can see, I've got a big head spacer in there to bring the head out. I've got, see this little adjustment, see that little adjustment block, this bit, that is so that I can adjust the angle of the head. So basically it adjusts the angle of the head like that. The issue I've got is, because I've got all of those spacers in, when you bolt all those spacers up, it's a nightmare to get it completely level, and you can run clocks and things on there, but you can't get it 100%. So what that little gadget that I've designed on the side does is just adjust the angle. I can literally get the spindle perfectly true within minutes. Well, not even minutes, seconds. It's that easy. Done a belt drive conversion, and you've got the little toothed belt. Not sure really how that's going to go yet, but we'll wait and see, and if I need to change it to a V-belt or something else then we'll see, but it should be fine for what it is. I just like the whole thing of having the tooth belt, because you know it's really got that bite on it. Where the V-belts, you do hear of people saying on these mini mills that they slip, especially with this being a bigger spindle motor than normal. I mean, the normal spindle motor was a lot smaller in size. Let me just grab that and I'll show you. So, just as an example, that was the original motor and that's the new one. Now, with the way the camera is, it's hard to see. I'd say it's probably about at least another third bigger in size. That's mainly due to its internals and the output of it. But yeah, that's it really. Z-axis. So I hope you like what I've done so far. I'm going to do some more videos for you. Let me know if there's anything you want me to show you or do a video on. But that's all. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep updated.